Okay, it's gonna be a big day. Oh, the money we will make today. It's gonna be insane. I looked at it. I got curious. I had to look up the exact values, so I went onto the wiki because I couldn't. It's been a while since I played when I was playing this like a couple years ago, and so I couldn't remember like exactly how much money you get from everything. And I overestimated in the short term how much maple syrup barrels are worth, but I underestimated in the long term how much they're worth. I thought you got paid like $500 for like a couple weeks, but actually you only get paid $200, but you get paid for 5 weeks for each barrel. So actually it ends up being a lot more money than I thought it was. It's just going to be a bit of a slower trickle initially, but that's okay because we're going to do more and more and more and more barrels, and then like pretty soon here we're going to have more money than God, and then like we're really going to be living. So we already called mom today. We talked to brother. It's 7 p.m. So there's not a whole lot left to do. I worry if we sleep now, we'll miss the Carboys, but also the sun's going down, and I don't want to sit here in the dark and do nothing. So, I mean, technically we could just work in the dark. I just think it's so boring. So I really try not to. What's the gas look like? What's the gas situation? Oh, God. Look at that. Like night and day. It literally just... It's like the sun was literally turned off, like a binary signal. About green. We'll do green. Well, you know, it is... God, time moves so quick, especially at night. You know, I'm actually starting to think, why don't I just drive into town? Because, like, even if I wait a little bit, it's going to be hardly any time that I wait. Because, yeah, dude, like, just sitting here talking, like, time is whizzing by. I always forget just how quick time goes when it is night. Time literally moves 3 times as fast at night. That's insane. So, actually, I don't think I have... I gotta get on it, is what I'm trying to say. So, and you know what? To be fair, we haven't been driving into town that much anyway. So it'll be kind of nice to get off the property and do something different for a change. Truck this episode. I'm hoping we will get a truck this episode. That'll be nice. It'll be rather nice. Not that, I mean... Oh, look, there's tubing there. Note to self, there's tubing on the road. Not that I dislike the Koenig, by the way. I mean, I love the Koenig. It's a great rear-wheel drive car. We can put an LSD in it, and then it's going to corner like a machine. Or we can put a welded diff in it, and it can drift like a machine. I mean, it is literally a machine. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying. The expression. This is a car you can really do anything you want with it. I'm kind of bad at driving rear-wheel drive cars, which I know is embarrassing to admit to, like, car people, because basically, you know, every car worth anything in the car people world is a rear-wheel drive car, just because of the way that, like, you know, acceleration and inertia and putting your weight back onto the drivetrain works and all of that. But, you know, I mean, most commuter cars are front-wheel drive, right? So, I mean, that's just what I'm more accustomed to actually, like, handling and using. There is a front-wheel drive car in this game, the Prinz, and it's great. We're going to get that for sure. Kind of has some weird transmission options, or at least it did when I played, like, 2 years ago. I don't know if it's changed since then, but... That's like long. One of the reasons we come down... It's always so funny when you see people materialize out of the ground. And thank God Raymond's here. But one of the reasons we talk to the Carboys every single night is because one of them unlocks that front-wheel drive car I was just talking about. I think it's this guy right here. What is his name? Michael? No, Antoine. Antoine unlocks the Prinz, and you can see I have a long way ahead of me before I get that Prinz. I'm going to have to start bringing him both weed and maple syrup to literally triple our progress towards that, because otherwise it's going to take, what is that? Like doing some rough math there, like not quite 2 in-game months, which that sounds miserable, so let's not do that. Talk to the Carboys. Already, this night's going great. Who is that? Jacques, that's gas station man. Chef, he doesn't care. Normand, he's a gas station man. Carol. Carol! I gotta talk to you about Pepe, Carol. We'll spin the wheel because we haven't forever. Do we even have any tokens? No. Why not? Just for old time's sake. Take my money. Of course, don't gamble. I think that's it. Should we sleep in the car is the next question I have. My gut says yes. Gas can's low. And we can pick up the barrels from the Federation if we sleep there. So let's do that. Do you think I can squeeze them in here? I hope I can. If I put some stuff in the trunk. Oh, and I have a little weed to sell too. You know what? Actually, let me see if I can move this at the, come to think of it. What if I could give it to if I could sell it to Raymond right now and get a point of friendship, that would be like the best thing I could do with my time. Fuck yes. Oh, I gotta remember from here on out. Every time I'm going down to the car, I mean, I don't make that much weed to begin with right now. I mean, everything's production's kind of low. But when I really start skilling up weed, I gotta try to remember every time I come down to the car meet, number 1 priority is Raymond. Number 2 priority is Antoine. And then everyone else. Who cares? Everyone else is... I don't remember what they do, so they must not be as important. Carol's an interesting target, because I think Carol unlocks the distillery, and I mean, getting into homebrew would be kind of a fun activity to make a little extra money here and there. I've heard from the online community that it's maybe not as lucrative as some of the other things you can do, and it also competes with the same resources that you use already for maple syrup. So in some ways, it seems like a less efficient use of your time. But at the same time, it's like variety's fun, and why not, right? This is a game, As much as I play it like a spreadsheet, it is a game. So, it's always nice to have another activity to do, I think. Is this even the right street? It is, yes. I just approached it from an angle I don't normally. Isn't it funny to think, I don't even know what... There's the map. Isn't it funny to think, looking at the map here, I have only ever been really on one of these islands. There's a lot of this map I don't ever go to because a lot of it is not useful to me right now. But that'll change later in the playthrough. We'll start going... we can go way down this road and cross a bridge. And it's actually a pretty big map. We just don't ever do anything with it. But like I said, we'll do... That'll come. It's coming down the pipeline. Cut the ignition. It's 2 a.m. Perfect time to sleep in a car. That's what I always say. Friday, last business day. Which is something important to consider because we need to have enough barrels to not overcap the reservoir over the weekend. And that could be tricky. Especially because we're kind of strapped for cash right now. We can afford one more. God, maybe we should try to squeeze this in while it's already closed. That might be the way to go. Did it do it? I think it did it. Friggin' sweet. All right, cool. We should try to squeeze another barrel home with us, just because, it really, really sucks, especially this early in the whole syrup production thing, to, just not have anywhere to put it. And we're kind of sensitive to that happening while we're this strapped for resources. So if we can do something to mitigate that, we should. So I'm thinking we're going to spend, our last few dollars we have to our name on a barrel. Hello, Eric. We'll just put that right there. Actually, that really stacked kind of neatly today. It's kind of... Oh, look at Eric drives a Koenig, too, and this one's actually kind of nice. I don't like the tint, though. I don't like it at all. Plus, it's stock, so... this is what... Yeah, this is what a real This is what a real machine looks right here. Look at my winter tires. Even though there's no snow, we got to change those. Everything about this car is wrong. I mean, nothing works on this. Well, I mean, no, it doesn't. It does work. It's old reliable, but come on. I'm literally fumbling with the ignition right now, calling it reliable, but you know what I mean. It gets me from place to place. Gas, then we go home, and then it's maple in time. See if we can deliver. It's the last business day we can deliver maple syrup until we have to make it through the weekend. So I think in an ideal world, we sell some barrels, we come home, we buy more, or we sell some barrels, and then we drive home with more barrels. I think that's what we should endeavor to do. Give me that gas can. And let's fill her up. Say hi to the gas station guys. We gotta be getting close to something. 17 and 23. Don't even look at all the stuff. Don't even bother. Don't tempt yourself. There's no point. Gas, please. So I just remembered something the other day, because I've been thinking what I'm going to do is I'm gonna leave this car as shitty looking as possible, because I just think it's kind of cute, and I think it would also be kind of funny to like just turn this thing into like a racing just like beast, but like make it optically look like it's kind of, you know, a piece of shit. And I just remembered something the other day, and that's that I know there is another Koenig in the scrapyard when we get access to it, and I know that that one has even more beat up body panels. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably Frankenstein both of them together to like take the worst parts amongst all two of them, and then make like the most god-awful looking Koenig that we can, and then that's the frame that we'll use to make like a really powerful like drag racer or something. I don't know. Or maybe a drifter. I don't know. I don't know what kind of build we're going to do, but that's the idea. And then we'll have another Koenig chassis left over after that, right? And then that one we can buy the nice body panels and trim, and kind of want to stop to see if they have potatoes, so let's see if they have potatoes. Oh shit, we gotta call Mom. Don't forget. Alright, no. And yeah, I don't know. Those are the plans. Those are all the plans. There are other plans. I mean, let's talk more plans. We got more plans. The truck I'm gonna paint Makita green, I'm thinking. It's kind of a tradition for me. I play another car game where you do jobs kind of in a similar sort of, well, it's similar but different, but the same kind of idea of like you do things to make money, to work on cars, to make them better, to do, you know, same kind of general principle, even though the tone is kind of a lot different. But that game's called Motortown, and it's kind of a tradition for me in that game to paint a lot of my work vehicles Makita green. So I think the work truck is going to get the same treatment. We'll stop here, we'll talk to brother, we'll pick up this set of tubing that we dropped at the same time. Wish I had some marijuana to sell him, but alas. Hello, goodbye. 11 out of 50. Oh, God, that's going to take forever. But to be fair, though, I feel like your brother might... I think his reward might be at 25 out of 50. I don't think you have to take his relationship meter all the way to the end to get what he offers you. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope we don't need firewood. I think we're going to need firewood. I just realized it. You know, if I'm being entirely honest with you, I don't really want to do it right now, but like if we gotta, we gotta. Because we just gotta sell syrup today. Ooh, that drift into the driveway was pretty sick. What am I doing parking here? I don't even have anything to drop off here. We gotta drive all the way into the Sugar Shack. What am I? What am I, crazy? The truck will be able to take this so much better too. I should go back through all of these videos and I should just tally every time I mention that the truck is going to handle driving in the backyard easier, because I feel like that's something I say like multiple times every episode. And it's got to be true, because at this point I'm annoying myself. So I got to give that one a break. Oh, hey, I do have firewood. Fucking sick. Nice. The reservoir is mighty full. Look at that. Wow. And I think this thing holds, I want to say 5,000 liters. So we got to get on processing if we're going to get these barrels. Oh my God. And this barrel's full. Oh, it is a good thing I bought barrels. Well, barrel. But we got to get down. We might have to do multiple loads today. Man, syrup rolls, dude. Syrup makes money. Hell yeah. All right. Throw that on. Get this going. Oh, geez. Jeezy crazy. Jeezy crazy. I learned something, too, also on the wiki, which is that the type of tree that I've been using for firewood is the fastest burning tree. So I've been kind of setting myself up for failure. Pine has the shortest lifespan. I should be using... I mean, technically the best tree to use for firewood is maple, but like also maple is the type of tree you need to make syrup from. So you kind of need to have like a severe like excess of maple trees to really justify using it for firewood, which I don't feel like I do right now. But in the meantime, like I should be focusing on birch. So note to self, in the future, let's cut some birch trees for firewood. That'll be better. I'm kind of tempted to literally just take this one barrel down by itself right now. And then come back and there should be another ready to go. I don't know. What is the most efficient way to do this? Are we evaporating at least? We're getting there. It's still heating up. Should be evaporating any second. I'll wait for it to evaporate because I need maple syrup anyways for my own personal like needs. Boom. Done. And now we are going. God, look at that pine. It is already burning down. I'm going to just put one more feller in there, I think. That'll probably knock it over. No, it doesn't. It doesn't even knock it over the... Man, that's rough. Pine is not your friend. I should never have done this, but whatever. It is what it is. It's going. I should get going. I'm not really set up for success in the long term right now, but I can deliver a barrel, which will let me buy a barrel, which I think is the most important thing right now. So eyes on the prize, let's do that. It is funny how that works, but it does. Yeah, the time for talk is over. We must simply go. Time is ticking, man. It, like... Keep in mind that, like, we woke up bright and early at where exactly we wanted to be, too. So we're, like, as set up to have as an efficient through line as we possibly could have. And, like, already we're most of the way done with business hours. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I am full throttling it right now. I hope I don't go careening over the side. And I still haven't called Mom, but luckily there's no real time urgency on that as long as I just get to it at some point during the day. I love that you can even call her at, like, midnight and she'll pick up the phone. That is one dedicated mother. She'll pick up on the phone and she'll just be like, literally, like, the whole conversation, she'll be like, I hear you're still working with your car. Like, don't you get bored of that? That's annoying. Bye. Kind of funny. Kind of funny. Um... Doesn't look like there's a car. Oh, hold on. Is there? No, I always... That white truck right there that I'm looking at right now, I always think that's the state trooper. We haven't encountered one yet in this playthrough, but there can be a speed trap. And the fine that it slaps you with for speeding is like $1,000. And, I mean, you don't need me to explain to you that, like... We can't really... I mean, I'm rolling around with $36 in my pocket right now. We can't really absorb a $1,000 fine right now. Wouldn't really jive well with our whole plans for the future. And I think that's the only place the officer can spawn. I don't think he can be anywhere else in town. But I'm also kind of worried that that's not true and that I'm just going to get got one day. Hopefully by the time I get got, though, I'm rolling in so much money that I laugh at having to pay a $1,000 fine. I don't know. We'll see. Here's a barrel. Thank you. Give me another barrel. Beautiful. Just like that. I really hope this is enough to make it through the weekend, because unless we made a whole bunch of syrup while I was gone, I do not think I'm going to be able to make another delivery. I don't know. Maybe though. I mean, like, I think he takes deliveries, I want to say, all the way up to like 6 p.m., like 18 o'clock. And I predict we'll get back home at about 15. And then I bet you we could get out here at 17. So if that is all true, note to self, there's a junction on the ground back there. Just saw that. If that's all true, we might be able to drop off another barrel, assuming, of course, that the furnace burned enough while we were gone to generate another barrel, which I really hope it did. It's going to need to be babied over the weekend, but the good news is that I kind of want to baby it over the weekend. We've been so busy going back and forth and doing errands and stuff, and it's kind of liberating in a way. I think it's a very clever design choice by the developer. I've thought about this before. The flow of the game is really interesting because over the weekdays, you feel this urgency to, like, oh, I got to get into town. Oh, I got to go do this. Oh, I have to run errands because things are only open for a limited time, right? So you got to get in while you can. But then, like, once the weekend rolls around and everything's closed on the weekend, it's like all the urgency goes away and you can just kind of be like, I guess I'm just going to kind of do chores at home. And that feels good. You know, it feels like an efficient allocation of your time, like a system that's been optimized, right? And that's really, it's like the special sauce for me. That feels great. Feeling like, yeah, I got all my virtual Canadian weekday trips into town taken care of. Now I can hang out at the Sugar Shack and make maple syrup all day and know that it's the right thing to do for my future. Hell yeah. As predicted, by the way, we are rolling up on the Sugar Shack at just about 15, which even a little bit under schedule, which is pretty good. So, unload this barrel. God willing, there is another one ready to go, and we'll just take that. 71, and I bet you the furnace is run dry. Yes, it has. Okay. So now here comes the most tense part of the series so far, probably. We're probably going to literally just watch the evaporator, just stare at it and go, come on, come on, come on. How quick? We're going to let the car idle. You know, we're going to be like, this is going to be like when you see like a pit team at a race, you know, do like the change on the tires like really insanely quickly. That's going to be us with this barrel the second it finishes. Come on. What's the reservoir look like? Oh, it's even fuller. Wow. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. I wonder if it's full. I do wonder if it's full. What this means for sure, though, is that we can absolutely run the evaporator overnight and drain the reservoir dry and then fill it back up the next day. Wow, that's good. 83, come on, come on. Dude, I'm gonna floor it the second this barrel's done. Come on. I'm like anxious. Like really anxious right now. Like, am I gonna make it in time? What if they close at 17? They might close at 17 too. That's the thing that's driving me crazy. Is they might not even be open all the way to 6 p.m. Plus, we're not listening to the country radio station. That's freaking me out too. There we go. Oh, thank God. Oof. Oh, man. Come on. You can do this, Reservoir. Let's go. Come on. 92. Oh, man. It's going to have to do 2 more whole cycles before it hits 100. Ugh, what do these trees look like? These trees are done. That's nice. Something got checked off in the to-do checklist. Who knows what? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm starting to think we're not going to make it. Which is like, probably okay. But maybe not. I don't know. I mean, at the worst case Ontario, right, is we're just a little inefficient over the weekend. And, like, that's just growing pains of the operation, right? You know, this is a new setup. We don't have capital. We don't even have a work truck. We don't, you know, there's going to be some struggles. Yeah, right. You know, at first, but like things are gonna get in. Oh, hold on, this might be it. Boom, 100. Let's go. And close. Oh my God, fumbling it. Is it in? It's in. All right, cool. Boom, go. Throw the parking brake. I don't think I can make it. I do not think I can make it. We're gonna try. We are gonna try. Did I immediately drop it? No, we still have it. I think. Too late to check now. We just have to go. I'm cornering as tight as I can. Showing off how much of a lousy driver I really am. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, like, fuck, dude, we might make this. I don't know. If they close at 17, it is going to be tight. If they close at 18, we've got it in the bag. I'm like focusing right now. We got bad RNG on this SUV right here, but we were able to compensate. Oh shit, minivan. Okay, no, it's all good. Damn, dude. Rough traffic, a bad traffic cycle on the run into town. Thank God that cop's not there today. You know what I'm saying? I'm hauling ass. The old man that sits on his porch, his name is Giles or whatever his name is. Every time you speed down this street, you lose friendship with him. And since I do that all the time and I'm gonna continue doing it, it's one of the reasons I haven't even bothered trying to become his friend. Because I'm gonna be speeding, you know what I'm saying? Mind your business, old man. Wow, 16:30. That was pretty... Oh no, they're closed. It's even worse. They closed before 17. Wow. Rough. 16 o'clock is when they close. Tragedy. You know what? Pretty good driving, though. That felt good, too. And you know what else we can do is we can just leave the barrel here. It'll sit here over the weekend. No one will, you know, it'll be safe. It'll be fine. And, yeah, that's one less barrel I have to transport on Monday, which will make things logistically easier. And I'm just looking for things to soften the blow, really, if I'm being honest. But, you know, we all got to do what we got to do, right? Darn it. Well, we did the best we absolutely could for the situation. We're getting a paycheck of what? $600 on Sunday? 600 bones? Pretty good. We could deliver a pizza. I don't feel like it's a really good use of our time, though. Oh, shit. Taps right here. And remember, we gotta pick up that junction. I love finding all of these little, like, breadcrumbs that we leave around from our various escapades every day as shit flies out of the car. Speaking of, where's that? There's the junction right there. We gotta pick that up, too. Give me that. Ta-da. Okay. So, based on my interpretation of both the poutine and the energy meter, well, now I'm conflicted. Geez. So there is absolutely a part of me that wants to just bite the bullet and work through the night, you know, in the dark, chop some trees, run the furnace. And I think that's even maybe the right thing to do, financially speaking. In fact, it almost certainly is. Almost certainly it is. But, there is another part of me that wants to go to the car meet. Because, good golly, I would love to unlock that scrapyard. It is such a huge come up when you get it. And any sort of incremental progress towards it is a big deal. I think I'm going to be responsible and chop firewood. I think that's what we need. I do want to check the plants here real quick before I go onward. There's some ready to harvest. That's nice. Now I want to go to the carboys even more, though, now, knowing that there's weed to harvest, because, like, I could give some of the carboys weed, get some extra friendship with the carboys. Could be kind of cool. But we really shouldn't. We should focus on money. Ooh, wow, the generator's getting kind of low. We'll fill that up later. We'll come back here. We'll chop some of these birch. It is kind of tempting to just chop like a sacrificial maple, though. You know what I'm saying? There are some maple over here that like are kind of in a bad spot to begin with, that are even kind of close to the sugar shack too. It's kind of tempting. I might be justifying that right now. I might literally just do that instead. Be less working in the dark as well. We have to walk all the way back to get the friggin' wheelbarrow. Ugh, and I need to tow the God, words are escaping me. The log cutter. Gonna have to tow the log cutter as well. Alright, sweet. Okay, so that's going. We are chewing our way through the reservoir, which is not overcapped. That's good. That is great. We should pull the log cutter over here, and we'll chop like this one maple, and that'll get us through the night, I think. And if we hurry, we can even have a little bit of... Nope. No, there's no way. We're going to be doing this in the dark. There's no way, actually. I said if we hurry, and as I did, I saw the lighting dramatically change. They were going to absolutely do this in the dark. That's fine. That's fine. Is what it is. Way of the road. Way of the road, bubs. Way of the freaking road. Kind of feeling a TPB watch coming on. Can we just slide into the log gutter? Did I line it up good? Is it just going to go where I want it to go? If I just load these like this, will it just eventually get there? It's gonna... That'd be kind of cute, right? No, we're not approaching at the correct angle, unfortunately. That did it, though. Heyo. Alright, cool. Let's just put the chainsaw in the car, call it a day. And we'll go chop that maple. Load the furnace up in the dark. That's going to be really important because we want to get the reservoir back down so that tomorrow when the thaw hits and you can start pulling the sap again with the vacuum pump, it doesn't overcap. Because we can only hold on to so much sap every day because the reservoir is only so big. And if we didn't top it out today, which we might have, if we did top it out today, we did just barely. But if we didn't, we came damn near close. So we got to make sure we really keep that furnace going tonight to work the reservoir back down so it's empty come 9 a.m. tomorrow. And that is why we bought all these barrels. Because we have 2 full days of maple syrup tomorrow. So... give me that. And I should already check. Boom. We need more. You know it. This is the sacrificial official maple. Sorry, but you were growing in too stupid of a spot to become maple syrup. I need you to be firewood instead. Kill switch. Away we go. I should leave here. Okay, we didn't call Mom. Okay, so there's still time. So I should finish splitting this tree. Maybe not even finish, honestly. I mean, we probably have enough maple to just, like, do our thing for a while. But... no, I got time. But time moves 3 times as fast at night. No, I don't have time. Do I have time? I don't know. Someone tell me if I have time. Who knows? Let's just throw a couple maple in the furnace real quick here. And then what we'll do is we'll call Mom before... God, this maple tree has so many branches. Before it hits midnight, we miss out on an opportunity. Kill switch, kill switch, kill switch, kill switch, boom. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Disconnect the woodcutter. Trunk down. Logs, get the hell out of here. Ignition. Alright. Operation Call Mom before it's midnight. Oh fuck, we're cranked. Dude, we're cranked. Oh my god, we're cranked, brother. Oh Jesus. Oh my god. Don't bottom out the car. Don't end up in a ditch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Good. It's fine. It's perfect. We did it. Okay, we'll leave the car idling. Literally right here. Run back in. Hi, Mom. Send me the fryer basket, please. I need it. Eat poutine. Go see the Carboys.
Oh, Jesus,
yes, yeah,
j'ai pas le temps, là, mais je t'aime, mon minou, ok? Ok, bye, on se
Eat
rappelle.
poutine, Carboys. We did it. I don't have anything to get weight. Yes, I do. Hold on. I do have something to give them. We can make weed. We can roll some joints, and we can do that very quickly. Give me that one. Give me that one. Give me that one. Oh, ho, 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 oh, ho, ho. But we got it. We have to go after this. We do not have any time. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Oh my god. 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 I just feel like time. Oh my god. Time moves so quick at night. Just walking these back and forth between the car took like an hour. That's insane. That is insane. Okay. Haul ass. We have till 3 a.m. It's midnight. We can do this. Woo! I love driving this thing. I don't say it enough. I say it a lot. I do say it enough. Yeah! Oh, and the traction on the asphalt there to save it. Oh, yeah. That is what it's about. I bet you we lost so much shit. That was such a bumpy ride. I feel like something has to have clipped through the floor at this point. Behold my boys. God, I hope Raymond's here. It'd be pretty sick if Raymond was here. I mean, everybody loves Raymond. He's here! Oh, man, and he likes weed. I love it when they love weed. Raymond, my dear friend, have some of that. Oh, no, he doesn't want any more. He doesn't smoke enough. Oh, he's a loser. I refuse to believe that none of these carboys smoke weed. That's insane. That's insane behavior. You're expecting me to believe that? Thank you. At least one of them did. Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time, running out of time. Boom, boom, boom. We talked to everyone. We did it. Now can we move one more pack? You? Wow. What is Canada? Some dystopian fucking nightmare place where no one wants marijuana? That's crazy. Do you guys live like this? I thought, what about BC Bud and all of those stereotypes that you guys have about how you just like fucking straight blaze it all the time up there? This game is not proving that. You all need to collectively write Santa Goat, the developer of this game, and tell him that it's not accurate, or at least not based on the stereotypes I've heard. Oh my god, are we gonna die because maple syrup? Oh fuck. Wait, hold on. I think we can avoid our death if we just go to sleep. You ever do that in real life where you go, fuck, I'm gonna die, but not if I sleep real quick. Just sleep it off. Yes. Oh, we avoided death by sleeping. Hell yeah. True to life. Follow for more relatable content and memes. Okay, so we can just go to the gas station and not die. Hell yes. We were so sad we didn't have any maple syrup, we were about to die, but then we just took a little nap and now we don't feel as bad about it anymore. Okay. God, we really slept kind of late. I mean, we were really, really tired, to be fair, so that makes sense. And it was also, we went to bed at like 3 a.m. Can't relate, by the way. I never go to bed at 3 a.m. I'm also guilty of having started streaming multiple times at like 3 a.m., so don't connect those dots, is what I'm saying.
Hey, hein, faites assez beau quelque peu aujourd'hui? Yes, sir. Merci d'être venu.
Can't go to the Federation. Can't really do anything in town. Gas in the Koenig is fine, but we should fill it up anyways. Because if the worst were to happen, we absolutely cannot buy gas tomorrow. So, and speaking of, the generator is probably running low. So I almost feel like we go home, we turn the furnace on, we futz around with the barrels and all that jazz, right? We replant the weed we didn't plant before. And then we come right back here. When do they close on Saturdays? Gentlemen, when do you close on Saturdays? 17:30. We got to get back here before 17:30 to fill up the gas can. That's the new mission. And time is ticking. God, we really slept in. We do not have a full day ahead of us. Oh man, 17:30 is gonna come and go pretty quick at this rate. So we gotta get a move on it. We really gotta get a move on it. Oh shit. Look, there he is, the motherfucker. But not this time. Ha ha ha. Ha ha, couldn't get me with the speeding ticket. I saw you. I saw you and you suck. Hope hope. We should be able to throw eggs at his face or something. Something comical and defiant. That's what I want in this game. We should be able to, like, put, like, a stink bug in his car. Something, like, really juvenile. We should be able to throw, like, glitter at him or some shit. I don't know. Fuck that guy. Should we stop and say hi to bro? I want to make progress towards this reward. It's a good one. We can squeeze a couple seconds out of the day to say hi to our brother. I think. I'm pretty sure. Hello, goodbye. Alright, see ya. God, I hope your reward is at 25, because if we are only 12 out of 50 out of his reward, that is kind of demoralizing a little bit. I mean, things could greatly speed up if we started slinging weed and maple syrup everywhere, but we're not quite at that point yet. Let's see here. Straight on. You know, I think, no, we got to turn the furnace on. I was gonna immediately get myself distracted with other shit, but like, no. We gotta turn the furnace on. And I don't normally go back this way. Can we do that in the Koenig? Let's find out. We can go this way. This is faster too, so we should drive this way from here on. I know it's possible. I knew for sure it was possible in the truck. I just didn't know if the Koenig could do it without bottoming out. Give me our maple. Which, by the way, I'm curious. What is the reservoir? Yeah, see, look, the reservoir's topped out. And that barrel's full, and that, oh my god. Oh, shit. Oh, God. We're really in trouble now. We scaled maple syrup too hard. That's what happened. We started winning too hard. And now we're paying the price for all of our success. Why do I keep losing track of the thing I'm looking right at? Boom. Get in there. Excellent. En fuego. En fuego, I say. Alright, cool. Is this guy already... Yeah, he's going. Alright. Call Siri, call mom. Siri, call mom, plant weed. Fill up the generator. I gotta be careful. I'm revving it hard out here. I'm gonna die to anxiety if I drive like this all the time. All right.
Oh, allô,
Hi,
mon
Mama.
garçon.
All right, cool.
Bientôt, là, je vais avoir terminé de faire le ménage
Look at
de
that.
ma chambre.
Jenny's almost
C'est
empty.
sûr que si je trouve
Good
quelque
thing
chose, là, je te le
I had the foresight to do this, get this gas can all ready to go, and then we're just going to fill it right back up so we can make it through Sunday. Yep, okay, gas can's empty, which is fine. Beautiful. I know it seems silly since we were literally just there, but the way time like goes so quick in this game, I think we're literally just going to go straight back to the Sugar Shack. Just to check that it's operating in the optimum range. Which, see, look, it's lower, because wood burns. Stop the presses. Wood burns. Put one of those right there. Head right back up. Boom. That's full. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go buy gas. We might have to smoke some weed. The way I'm driving. I think I'm gonna, actually. All window down. Beautiful. Just like that, all my anxiety is gone. If only it worked like that in real life for me. That'd be kind of sweet. Not really that big of a weed man, to be honest. Once upon a time I was, but not these days. Haven't been for a good long while either. I mean, I'm going to echo a sentiment many people have said that have had, you know, similar experiences with the herb. And that's that, you know, kind of freaks me out. Didn't always. Used to not freak me out. Definitely freaks me out now. I see you there. I smoke weed in your general direction, lawman. Imagine when we have a stereo. That'll be sick. Gas. For a second there, I was like, what am I doing again? Right, gas. I was thinking about the stereo. Alright. Also, I can't remember. Did I say hi to... the first thing I did when I woke up was I said hi to these two, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Because we put maple syrup in the trunk. Which we did. Yes, excellent. So now we're going to top up on the gas. And then we're kind of, like, free to do whatever the heck we want. Our primary needs are looking good. I mean, we're probably just going to come home and, like, micromanage the Sugar Shack. TBH. We're going to have so much... I don't think we're going to be able to barrel it all, honestly. I don't think we can do it. I think we are going to overcap on barrels tomorrow, which will then cap the reservoir. And, yeah. Oh, we still haven't planted that weed. Note to self. Grow more weed. We need weed. Weed, weed, weed. Okay, so first thing we'll do, we'll go back, we'll plant some weed. Get that going. And then we will go micromanage the Sugar Shack. We should be able to, in fact, we certainly will be able to stay up late. Should we buy poutine? We're like right here. Save ourselves a trip. I don't think we have any at home either. We are right here and we should do it, is my perspective. But I don't think we're going to have to sleep to see the Carboys. We can just stay up late to see them. Give me one of those. Give me one of those. Alright, onward. Let's roll this window up. Beautiful. Money, 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 money. We're going to get paid tomorrow, which is cool. Oh, slow down. Cop. Forgot about him. Alright, see ya, loser. I know that we can pay to have the electrical company come out and hook us up to the grid out there. I know another thing we can do is we can also pay to pave the road all the way out to our house too. Which I'm absolutely going to do both of those things eventually. The priority is, of course, on the electrical company first. Get off of our dependency on firewood all the time. Because then you can get an electric furnace and you can just run furnace right off the grid. You know, you flick it on with a switch and you never think about it again. It works night and day. It's a beautiful thing. So we'll do that first and then we'll get the road. I know the electrical grid hookup is $28,000. So that's quite a bit of money for where we're at in our life right now. Can I grab that, please? Thank you. Weed time. How many weed? 4 weed. We actually didn't get that many seeds this time. Did we do 1-to-1 this time? We got 1-to-1 this time. You know, you win some, you lose some. That's fun. At least we didn't go down. Taters growing to the Sugar Shack. Stopped snowing. Interesting. We'll fill up the generator later. I've always wondered why we can't... Well, no. Actually, I know why we can't tow the trailer. It's not on wheels. That's why. Up and away. Here we are. Okay. It's time. How's the reservoir? Not capped. Pretty sick. Hey, and the evaporator's still going too. Alright, cool. We love to see that. God, maple is so superior to pine in every way. There's no way the evaporator would have still been ticking after a full day of doing errands if we were using pine. Holy shit. We're gonna run a little too hot like this at first, but then that little guy down there will burn out and it'll be okay. So that's what's going on there. Should we just sleep right now? Is kind of what I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking we just sleep right now. Don't have anything else to do. And that'll tick down, and then we'll load it back up. And then the carboys. So let's just honk shoe. Beautiful. That was 3 hours. That's exactly what I wanted. Amazing. I am really impressed with how well that timed out. I don't have anything to give any of the carboys today. No weed. Obviously no maple syrup still. What's the reservoir look like? Oh yeah, that's got to burn down. That has got to burn down. I do believe we should be able to just go down there though and say hi to them. Or should we just chill? Should we just micromanage this all night? It's kind of... You know, no matter what, here's another way to think about it. No matter what, we're gonna fill that barrel. We only have one more barrel left to fill, right? No matter what we do at this point, we're gonna fill that last barrel. And then after that, no matter what we do, we're gonna fill the maple syrup overflow reservoir, and we're gonna fill the maple sap overflow reservoir. Pretty much no matter what we do. It can't be avoided at this point. So, given that, it does kind of make more sense to just prioritize doing other stuff rather than sit here and fiddle with the sugar shack and try to get like the most possible maple syrup we could ever possibly get, because we already have, you know, limiting factors that we just can't deal with right now because we don't have barrels. We have barrels. We don't have enough barrels. Honestly, for how quickly we got into making maple syrup, we went hard. We got a lot of barrels really quickly, but you know, I scaled maple syrup too hard is what happened. I went straight to like 60 trees, which, hell yeah. I mean, and that's the sort of thing you can do when you have foresight from having... This is not my first playthrough. I remember the first time I played... if this was my first playthrough... You know, I would have started with even better starting conditions than obviously the hard starting condition. Oh shit! Oops. With the better starting conditions and everything, and I probably still would only like just now be like thinking maybe I should build that sugar shack. Like, and the developer tries to tell you too. In the opening cutscene sequence, he's like, "Hey, you should probably go build the sugar shack. It's pretty good." And then, you know, me being headstrong and being who I am, I read that and I go, no, I want to go do other stuff instead. But now I know better. I would like to race soon. God, Raymond is here, my good friend Raymond.
You can't stop me, dog. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. You can't stop me, dog. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. Can't stop me. I brought my rap. Can't stop me. I make you feel my rap. Can't stop me. I brought my...
Alrighty. Who's here in the bar? Hello. Jacques? Ornate, Melanie. Blah 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 blah. Here, I'll feed $10 into the steal your money machine. Yep. I think that puts us net, what, $30 down on the slot machine? Man, gambling sucks, guys. Gambling sucks. The only cool gambling is the stuff that's like experientially fun to do. Because then it's like a game. And like, I know people use the same argument to justify slots. And obviously, I don't use the same argument to justify slots because I think slots are dumb. The reason I think slots are dumb is because they're deterministic. You know, there's no action that the player brings to the table that affects the outcome in any meaningful way, and not even in any meaningful way, in any way at all. Zero. You know. So I think that's dumb. I think that's what makes it. But like people that are into slot machines and gacha and things like that will use the same argument of like, oh well, no, it's fun and it's an experiential thing, and I pay for the fun of pulling the gacha. And like, if that's your truth, like I guess I see it. You know, you live your life, but like I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's dumb, and I think you're kind of dumb if you think that, and that's okay. Sometimes you're dumb and you have bad opinions, and your life's a mess, and I'm no exception. You know, I mean, I've got those too. There's no problem with that. I mean, there is a problem. What I'm trying to say is we all got problems, and yours is probably gotcha. So whatever. You know, mine is staying up too late. And other stuff too. I'm sure if I thought long and hard I could think of other things. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about why other gambling games like poker, where there is a skill component involved and there's a social component too, which again I can hear the slot people in my head going, but there's a social component of sitting on the machines and mindlessly tapping a button like a zombie in a row. And no, that doesn't count because... You know, what I'm really talking about is the fact that you have to directly engage with other people and defeat them and talk to them and so literally socialize with them to play the game. There is no playing like poker without having to literally interface with other people. And the same is not true for gacha and slots. You know, you can do it completely solitaire. And you might be saying, but what about poker machines? Are not poker machines, you know, do they not defeat your argument? And to that I would say, no, they don't, because poker machines are dumb. They're not poker. They're not like a game that you're sitting at a table and playing with your buds. So, sustained, overruled, objection, you know, whatever. Anyways, what was I doing? I don't know. I went on a little bit of a rant there about gaming. Do you think I have enough time to wait? Yes, I do. Yes. Woohoo! Do you see that? The maple syrup? I was about to die to it. I was like, should I run out to the trunk and get the emergency, or do I have enough to have that fire up? And I did, just barely. Just barely I had enough. Whoa. Look at that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think. How much do we chew down the reservoir? Almost all the way. Hey, mission accomplished. That is exactly what we set out to do. And this is going to fill up handily. And then, you know, tomorrow, whatever happens, happens. We should just chop another maple tree now. Get that sorted out. This will be the next sacrificial lamb. Sorry, but it sucks to suck. This will just be like the last section of the property that we really densely plant how we want to. Get some more firewood going here, and then we'll be all set for firewood tomorrow. And then, yeah. That'll be good. Good thing I bought all that poutine. I'm clearly going to need it in a second here. Ooh, the log splitter ran dry. That's why we filled up the gas can to make it through Sunday. Boom. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Are there other gambling games that are like similar in like that they're just like experientially like a fun game to play with other people? There probably are, right? There are definitely other ones. I just don't know them because I don't care about them. I only care about poker. I'm really on the fence about blackjack because you know, it's true that like player skill does affect blackjack. And it is true that there is, you know, some socialization and that like, you know, you sit around a table and like hang out. But you're not playing against each other. So it is kind of just the same thing as sitting at the row of slot machines in my mind. And then another thing about blackjack that like kind of puts me in the it doesn't count category is that like playing perfectly, you know, making the optimum decisions in blackjack, like you're still doomed. You know what I mean? Like the statistics of large numbers and all that, like you're fucked in blackjack. You may get a run and win in the short term, and that's how slot machines work too, right? But like, you know, you're still gonna lose all your goddamn money with blackjack. So that's why I'm not really super into it. Dude, we ran the evaporator dry. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, let's go home and eat. I wish we could just, like, take a nap. You know what I mean? Because what I don't really want to do is sleep through the whole day. But much like how I manage my real life, I have stayed up all the way through the night, and the sun has now come up. And now if I go to bed, I'm kind of fucked for the rest of the day. But to be fair, unlike my real life, in the video game, this really was the optimum set of decisions to maximize my time. I'll fill up the generator, but I won't kill the gas can. I want to save like at least 10% of the gas can for an emergency. So, oh hey, 12. All right, cool. That works too. Cool. So, actually, I think if we sleep here, I think this is actually the optimum thing to do, come to think of it, because it's Sunday. Nothing's open. I don't want to do anything today. I can't optimize syrup production literally any more than I already have. There's nothing to even do with syrup today. I've pre-chopped firewood. All the barrels are packed. Literally, all there is to do on Sunday is fucking, it's the Lord's Day, dude. We're going to rest, just like the big man did. Dude, straight up, kind of sick, actually, that how this is working out. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, there isn't actually anything we're missing out on. So, like, let's just take a nap. Like, that's going to be fucking awesome. Hell yeah. Sleep the day away. Oh, and we'll have energy to see the Carboys. It's going to be sick. It's going to be great. Oh, and I didn't sleep nearly as much as I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to wake up and, like, the sun was going to be going down. But it's just 1. Heck yeah. All right. Cool. Damn, dude, I wish I could just get by on, like, 4 hours of sleep every day. Well, to be fair, I didn't let the energy bar, like, cap all the way up. So I didn't need that much sleep to begin with, I guess. Whoa, and just like that, the reservoir is nearly full again. That's insane. Just like 4 or 5 hours have to go by, and then the reservoir is nearly full again, huh? And this thing is most of the way. Well, not most. It's almost halfway full. Interessante, interessante, interessante. Is there anything to prune, I wonder? I don't really feel like there is. I could plug in more maple trees, but I honestly don't really feel like doing it all that much. And clearly we already have more trees plugged in than we even need right now. Oh yeah, hey look, we got some maple cuttings right here. That's good. This is great. We want these for sure. Nice. I'm really glad there's cuttings today. Fine. I forgot that an adult tree that is fully grown has to sit there for 2 weeks and do nothing before there's a cutting ready to take again. So today must be the day, finally, where all the trees that you start the game with have existed for yet another 2 weeks. So that's hype. That's pretty cool. You know, I've been thinking lately, and what I've been thinking is, knowing what I know now about A, the price of firewood, B, how large the logs and branches of all the different trees are, C, how hot and how long each type of wood burns. Knowing all that, what is the point of having any trees on your property besides maple? Because maple are, you know, obviously not only the trees used for maple syrup production, right? But also they're like the most expensive firewood, and you get the most logs per tree from maple. And also they're like a really small size, so you can fit a lot into a car when you need to transport them. Pine in particular seems useless to me, outside of, you know, the fact that I know like the Sugar Shack takes pine logs to construct. So like once you... Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay, thank God there's a maple over here. This is exactly what I was hoping to find. Okay. So once you build the Sugar Shack, does pine no longer have a use? 1. What do you mean 1? Uh-oh. We're gonna have to find some cuttings on the ground, I guess. What I'm gonna do, the strat I'm gonna employ, is I'm going to almost entirely make this property 53. Holy fuck, that's a lot of maple cuttings. I'm gonna make this property almost entirely maple. That just seems to make sense, right? But then, and we're gonna work from here over. But then I think I'm going to leave just 2 tiny small patches that are going to be birch and pine. And those 2 little itty bitty patches are going to be there just in the event that Uh-oh, turns out there is something funky that does call for birch or pine, like another construction project or some shit like that, right? But then outside of that, it's like if I need firewood, it's going to be maple. If I need, anything, it's going to be maple. Because it just seems like that's the right pick. Glad we got all those maple cuttings. I'm now wondering, see, look, the reservoir is completely full. I'm now wondering, oh, and look, you can see the chimney going. I wonder if the chimney is an indicator of whether or not the furnace is going. I bet you it is. I've never thought to look at that before. And yeah, it is, definitely. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Beautiful. All right, sick. Yep, well, as predicted, we are really filling the heck out of all these reservoirs. Did it just become too cold to pull? Nope. Hell yeah. Wait, hold on. Now we would know. Yeah, it just became too cold. All right. Well, we did literally the best we could the whole time we could do it. So there's that. Time to play the game. I wonder where I put the pruning lopers yet again. Loppers? Lopers? Someone go back through all of the footage and tell me how many times I question whether or not it's loppers or lopers. Because again, I feel like that's something else I also do every episode. There they are. I left them all the way over there. The pine and the birch I'm gonna put like pretty far away from everything else, I think. So yeah. Huh. I wonder. Okay. Well, I'm not really that interested in the pine and birch cuttings to the point that I'm going to like go hunt for them, This seems kind of like a dumb usage of my time. So I mean, they're really not that valuable. We got the 53 maple cuttings. We're done. Oh, hey, there's one. Right. Just grab that real quick. And I immediately lost it. There it is. Just kidding. And I think that's going to be like all the pine trees for like the rest of the playthrough, honestly. I'm probably going to like cut this episode real quick right here just because I want to take care of something in real life real quick. But I'm pretty hyped to play, so I'm probably just going to immediately put another episode up after this. So if you're watching this and you care about this, there's a good chance that there's just immediately another episode for you to watch. I just realized I gotta look at something real quick, though. So we're just going to cut this one here real quick. We'll do a save and everything. Or will we? Maybe we'll just do this, and we'll just stop streaming right here, and we'll pick it up in a second. That's what we'll do. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do that. BRB. See you in a second.